So far we have learned about calculating the heart rate on rhythm strip. Now let's move to step 2, whereby we have to learn to assess P wave and regularity of arterial rhythm. If you recall your previous lecture about ABCs of ECG, it discussed the key characteristics of ECG waves, intervals and complexes thoroughly. Now you need to integrate those concepts here. You are well aware that heart has the ability to generate its own electrical impulse. In the normal heart electrical impulses, we know that generation starts from SA node. As the SA node fires, the electrical impulses spreads into the right atrium and along the intra-atrial pathway to the left atrium. The atria contracts and produce a P wave. So it reflects arterial depolarization. Now the second step in ECG rhythm analysis is to analyze P wave. In this step you need to keep 4 things in your mind. First, identify P wave and determine whether each P wave is following QRS complex or not. If we assess this strip, you can see P waves are present in each ECG complex and following QRS complex. Second, assess if PP interval is regular or irregular. In order to determine PP regularity, you may require a caliper or a piece of paper. Next, analyze the shape of P wave. Find out if it is normal or abnormal. You know that a P wave is normally upright, rounded and uniform. Look for its abnormal shape or location in the rhythm strip. For example, in this strip, P wave is upright, rounded and uniform, which means P wave in this rhythm strip has normal characteristics of a P wave. Finally, to determine the arterial heart rate, for this apply method 1 to calculate the arterial heart rate. So let's count the number of P waves here within this rhythm strip and multiply this with number 10. So the answer is 70 beats per minute. Now let's combine all the analysis of P wave for the documentation at the end. This slide shows the use of caliper in order to measure the PP regularity or RR regularity. You may use a piece of paper to check the regularity on clinicals. Now let's move to the step 3, which is assess QRS complex and regularity of rhythm. Now the third step in ECG rhythm analysis is to analyze QRS complex. In this step you need to analyze 3 things. Number 1, ventricular heart rate. Number 2, QRS shape and its duration. Number 3 is RR interval. Let's start with the ventricular heart rate. Calculating ventricular heart rate is similar to method 2, that is rule of 10. So here we need to count number of R waves in a given rhythm and multiply it by 10. Like in this strip, there are 7 R waves and multiplying it by 10 makes it 70 beats per minute. So ventricular heart rate here is 70 beats per minute. Secondly, we have to determine the QRS complex and its normal shape or abnormal shape. So we are well aware that QRS complex consists of 3 waves, the Q, R and S waves. It measures the time interval from the impulse which goes to bundle of His to the Purkinje fibers and throughout the ventricular muscles. The QRS represent ventricular depolarization. The normal QRS measures 0.04 to 0.12 seconds, or if you consider boxes, then it should be 1 to 3 small squares of the small boxes on ECG graph paper. Look at this example. This QRS measures one box, or in seconds it is 0.04 seconds. The shape is upright, narrow and peaked. To measure RR interval, if it is regular or not, we may require a caliper or a piece of paper. In this strip, RR interval is regular. Let's move now to step 4, in which we have to assess PR and QT intervals. The PR interval measures the time it takes for the electrical impulse to travel from the SA node through the internodal pathway to the AV node and downward to the ventricles. The PR interval starts at the first sign of P wave, which means from the arterial depolarization, and it ends at the beginning of QRS complex, which means the beginning of ventricular depolarization. The normal PR interval is 0.12 to 0.20 seconds, or 3 to 5 small boxes on the ECG graph paper. In this rhythm strip, the PR interval measures 4 blocks, or 0.16 seconds. There are certain diseases such as COPD and ventricular hypertrophy that may cause the PR segment to be depressed, and therefore not the best place to locate the isoelectric line. Next comes the QT interval. The QT interval represents the time from the ventricular depolarization to ventricular repolarization. The QT interval is measured from the beginning of the Q wave. If the Q wave is significant, you can use Q wave, and if Q wave is not significant, then you can utilize R wave for that, because Q and R are sometimes very much merged. So you have to decide on the ECG rhythm strip, and then you have to take the Q or R wave for that. The normal QT interval measures up to 0.45 seconds in male and 0.46 in the female. Why is the QT interval measurements important? Because delays in ventricular repolarization may occur due to some medications like antiarrhythmics and antibiotics, and in some electrolyte imbalance such as hypomagnesemia. In this rhythm strip, the QT interval measures 10 blocks, or it is 0.40 seconds, which is normal.